left in no man's land. YSCam flashes to get the kill, but missing gets out. He's dead too. IG, that dragon cost them everything.
They plus 5 minutes to deny the Dragon Soul, but what does it mean? Arn dies, Wink dies, YSKM falls as a result of that, and just 369 in these team fights on the Sion, unkillable, especially once he gets his hands onto the AD carry of IG. He just doesn't have a way out, and you saw how well JDG played that team fight. They were solely focusing on the pure damage source of Arn, and once he dies, IG kind of just scatters.
Well, Kanavi's got to flash away though. This is a good pick out, but he gets dubbed. It's a 1-for-1. Unfortunate, but at least they get something. I wish I could say, but 369 meanwhile inside, Arn in the middle. This has now just become yakety sacks. As Invictus Gaming kept looking for picks, Kitty told you before she went into that starry night that Invictus Gaming simply needed to snowball the early game, and then it would be all Gucci from there. Now we are going to try and recover Kitty's net in Sydney right now. I'll let you all know my house is under a gum tree, and it is pretty much like IG's game. It's going to get obliterated if this wind continues. So game one for me might be over pretty soon as well, as 1.5k, that Baron is down. Look at the replay. Now, running you all through this replay, I can give you a quick update that 369 has just had some of the best ulti engages here in this game. Able to die as Knight is 1v2ing. Kitty, this is what you miss. JDG just styling. You know, you see the people walk out of Gucci with those, like, 3 bags, and you're like, man, those people have money. That's JDG right now.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
True.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. Don't worry, look, you work that out again. The wind is blasting my house right now. Kitty, I don't know how I survived, you didn't. But I can understand the internet right now not being too great. It does feel like the apocalypse is. IG, we'll look at this replay. And this is just brilliant. Arn has to dodge arrow or Sion, and unfortunately he has to get hit by one. And that opens up the base in the end as well. And for IG just to kind of get dotted on with their I's and T's, as Wink narrowly surviving that one as well. So, go for it. Holy crap. Yep. Yeah, maybe the LPL wind has approached as well. Kitty, talk for a little bit. I'm going to shut a window before the house comes crashing down. Wind, help me. Yeah. Again, Gideon's early game, Kitty, as I can confirm. The window's shut, the area is safe and locked down. That Gideon's early game wasn't really there, and it was a shame because we've seen so much from Gideon in the early game. We've seen so much from this guy taking over the first 15 minutes of the game, or at least solidifying it for his solo laners, or dare I say bottom lane that's been coming in cracking. It's now, at this point, Kitty, I mean, this game, we know it's over. It's a 12k gold lead, 27 minutes in. JDG are just doing everything. Kitty, we're going to be jumping in and out, don't worry. You know, if we survive this first series, we've done well.
In my own microphone. This is going to be really trippy, but I will try my best. 369 looking for another engage.
Okay, well, at the very least, Knight comes in from the flank. That wasn't even an elevated shock blast as Wink just goes down. 369 has been under turret for a millennia. You'd think he'd be hurting by now as he just heals it back up. Of course, Kanavi going back in too. Goes golden for the nick of time. YSKM is trying. Look at this top laner. Try to keep this game alive, but it ain't enough. Arn jumps on in. It gets a bit messy for JDG, but Ruler stays standing. Knight gets the kill. And this is JDG. Zones them off. You don't even need the kill there. Give Arn and Wink the full lane priority. This is the definition of whoever created let him cook. This is IG cooking right now. Look at the kitchen. And 369 has to flash away. First Strike does mighty good job as this dive turns into a three-man. 369 with no summoner. First blood to IG, the ballers.
But can Kanavi do the exact same on this side? I don't think so. His passive is just way too strong. He might even trade for a 1-for-1 here.
Kitty, Side's a different story, but JDG still have more levels in their back as Bob D's not going to get this Phoenix Strike. Flashes into the barrel though, and YSKM goes down over to Ruler. Will have the TP to get back to lane, but JDG with a good response.
But the difference is YSKM took the entire way, 14 to 1 CS, 369 still level 1 at the 4-minute mark. An is not giving up on this either. He's not letting him get any XP in this lane.
He's got 1 CS. He hasn't even got to one of his numbers in his name. Arn and Wink zoning off the wave. Kitty, the turret plating's dropping down. 369 wants to come back in. Arn and Wink this time, they're going to let him get to it. Are they swapping back?
He finally picks up his second wave. Oh, they are swapping back. Well, I would say this is an overall dub for the side of IG. Obviously, you got the waves into YSKM's hands. 15 CS compared to 369.
Dangerous! On! Gets sniped down by Ruler. He walked forward into a Gragas, and he feels the might of the belly. As Dub now 1 versus 9. Level 6, remember, has been picked up, and the ulti gives him a benefit of a solo kill for Knight. Right in the face.
And this all started with Kanavi once again. Beautiful combo connecting onto Arn and just picking him off while we see that Dub was trying to rotate towards this bottom side play, but just gets caught off by Knight. Oh my god!
This game. Oh, Kitty. You know, I was coming into today regretting being on 13.1, but not only do we have a lightning storm around our house right now, but we also have JDG.
And Kanavi just consistently pressuring the bottom lane of IG. I'm not too sure if they can reach that late game.
Well, Kanavi's coming through. Explosive cast sends them back in into Ruler's quiver. Kanavi and Ruler. That's a Karula combination right there.
We have Karula, we have Knight on JDG. Arn is just having a terrible time on this Lucian. No summoners available, but just all the ultimates on the level advantage that JDG has at this 8-minute mark just destroys the bottom lane of IG. And they are looking desperate because this top side, I mean, you are trying to scale, but if your early game carry isn't online, then how are you going to get there?
I think maybe the name. Now Knight going in on the 2v1 towards mid. He's feeling himself a bit, but Dove has the ulti and flash. Thinking about it as the damage is there, rather.
But Kanavi,
he's coming in from a flank as well. Get in here. Kitty, I'm worried as he gets away. Bomber flash into Dove. Doesn't fully connect here as Kanavi now a little bit too far forward. This time around, he won't get away with it.
matchup, Kanavi definitely looking for something that we don't see. Burnt the flash and ultimate, and IG responded with a kill, but An struggling to get any CS in this bottom lane. 4 plates already going towards the side of JDG. I mean, 9 pretty low from the previous exchange. I'm still pretty sure JDG is extremely happy with how this early game is going.
Arrow, Chains of Corruption, full stacks here for the Arrow in the quiver. Out comes a bit more of a Hailers. Arn takes a bit of damage as well. Chains of Corruption combo, Kitty, it's dangerous. And Arn and Wink are now just going to lose their turret at 11 minutes in the game to this 2v2 from JDG on the map. And Kitty, I love what you said before about the comps that, like, okay, IG are happy that it's all damage, as now we get to see with the culling out as well. Chains of Corruption, Arrow!
Oh, no!
Missing, doesn't miss. Apparently the flash forward, Arn under turret, can't get him! Oh, missing with the savior play. And Arn, you change that around, that anagram. That's more like, nah.
This is just, this is a pain compilation for An. Every kill, just 1 HP, and he was so close to getting the 650 bounty onto Ruler, but he just doesn't have enough damage building the RFC second, and that was their way to come back into the game.
Oh, here we go again. Realm Warp tries to get him out. Nub's going to be solo killed. Jinx.
And game number 1 will slowly but surely, with one more kill to Yagao, go to BLG.
BLG having some beautiful looks in this game. Shun, I mean, being that facilitator had a lot of great ultis. You were highlighting some of the ones from, like, you know, Fog of War, setting up some of those picks early on. Even later, like that one pick in mid lane on, who was it, Asim and Southland?
Yeah.
That, in my mind, was huge because those 5-minute windows between dragons are theoretically the times where I feel like RA's composition has more tools. We talked about the options that they had, you know, like a few minutes before, and to where that's where it would feel a bit harder for BLG. So the fact that BLG spotted that window, set it up with the long-range poke, chunking them
All day long. Elk's waiting to go over the wall. They got a TP coming out from Yagao. He's got his guy of the week back. Can't get them down. Bin has picked out one, and
They
RA
got
are
it.
falling to catastrophe. That's a
They have
clean
minions.
ace out of nowhere, and a triple kill for BLG Bin.
They have minions. They have long enough death timers. This will just be the win for BLG.
They are just slamming down the door of RA. We had a close and contested game, and BLG say, nah, we ending it, fam, at BLG. They move themselves to 4-3. They'll crush that dream of RA.
Spot it now, and now he might get pinched.
Should be able to make it out of there just fine. We'll have a little bit. Carsa?
I mean, Carson not expecting that
that feels
wraparound from
bad.
Ning, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't expect a wraparound from Ning.
That was such a big grain play from Ultra Prime, honestly, on the move.
It was like big and not big at the same time, right? Because Carson could have easily gotten out of there had he known, and it looked like such a scuffed path from Ultra Prime at first, maybe assuming he would walk up towards his Raptors or head towards his topside jungle or something like that, but in the end it works out with how the blast cone does pan out. So now this will lead to a free dragon for the side of Ultra Prime. Maybe not free, they did have to kill Carson to get it, but a relatively easy dragon for the side of Ultra Prime.
And you'll take that all day long, a little bit of that early scaling advantage for yourself. I mean, I think you're obviously looking at Ching in the late game. Doggo down there,
Ching's on his way.
Ching up to try to help Harry. The fight subsides in top side. The fight continues in bottom. Doggo! He flashes into the Glacial Prison, but Karsa too quick on the handle. As he's down. Karsa! The tower shot.
Okay,
down,
wait,
but
for the
it's
shy!
Bolo!
For the shy!
For the shy!
If you're a Weibo fan out there, you need to focus on what is working this game. Karsa is a tragedy, but at least the Shy is coming and he is showing up. Gets the solo kill, gets the second play. Great by Ultra Prime to punish the, I don't know, over-aggression coming out from Karsa, but this is what we want to see. What happens to top? Let's remember, Harry was having some pretty solid trades early on in the lane, but the knockback comes through, gets in there with the dash, and just able to follow up, making such good use of those cues. And I can understand why they're looking for this. Flash is into it, so decent predict coming out from Karsa. Sadly, they can't chain the tidal wave in with it, and then immediately having to get away. Karsa was hoping to finish it off, but ends up giving over another.
It does indeed. Now we gotta look back on that tier 2 tower claimed by Ultra Prime, and yes, they get a dragon. Something to come away from. Maybe now actually collapsing. The Shy gets hit by Scout of the Week. Oh no! The culling into the back, and then you get the all out from the Shy to try to get out of there. Oh my god, he's doing Cassante things. And he makes it
He
out.
escapes, but they need Karsa's ulti there. They throw Crisps just in case so he can manage to escape. And that was
Look at
rough.
this.
Come on, but they need to be worried about the collapse.
They do.
Members
I
of
was
Ultra Prime
gonna
gonna come
say,
so quickly.
There's a lot of people coming down here to punish them, and now Xiaohu, he gets the final chapter used on him, and he needs to get that rip walk back, but he doesn't get it in time, and the Shy has led the trouble down to Xiaohu, and Xiaohu pays the price.
This Weibo team is by far the most frustrating one to watch in the LPL, because it feels like all of their games are solely dictated by them and you know, their decisions. Not to say that Ultra Prime haven't done good things in this game, but Weibo is just a lot of like questionable choices always is what gives it over. You need to look at Light and Chris, and you're like,
He had Gale
come
Force
on,
up.
come on, little buddies. You got this. We're going to see here, great by Ultra Primes. They recognize, hey, the other members of...
Found the back line, but Ning and the Shy try to find a front to back, now faces Harry Zombie. Light is fighting onto Ning, the Gale Force forward here, and Xiaohu should be able to help chase them down as Doggo has left the rest of his team. Baolan and Ning, they might be world champions together, but the Shy and Xiaohu will chase them down.
The situation looked dire, but the Shy, the man who has been not performing this split, finds the opportunity to isolate and pretty much pull Ultra Prime apart, and it leads into a team fight win for Weibo and ends up giving them their second dragon of the game. It's great to see, and again, this Weibo team is so star-studded. It doesn't matter when you have like people getting caught out or dying or having bad games. Karsa getting completely isolated this time around because you have the Shy here. Look at the zone he's providing. Light able to free hit on the back end of this fight and then gets them all grouped up. Goes with an ulti to pull out the Scion. He's going to go down incredibly fast. And this fight breaks off into two folds. The Shy able to
separates it.
Yeah, he just runs down Doggo. Sindra not able to get in. Sure, we see Ning on the back end of the fight able to try and zone them out and pick people apart, but it doesn't matter because the Shy is doing so much to set up Xiaohu and Light.
Oh, they're going back in now. Xiaohu, he's hit that level 16 mark, and hell have fun upon you, Ultra Prime, as Xiaohu will just destroy them. A double kill to the mid laner Weibo, and that's Baron on the feast of Ultra Prime's death.
It didn't matter the kills they were giving over early. Weibo were still stacking gold, experience levels onto their key carries. Light was having a stable game. Xiaohu and the Shy were getting huge, and that is enough for them to dominate Ultra Prime in these fights.
Doggo just trying to clear some of this way, but the Shy is just so
can't even
tanky.
touch him, bro.
Okay, just gives him a
him.
thumbs up. He's like, I'm just an ADC, man. Just leave me alone. The Shy also hitting that level 6. He's not 16. He's not a Kassadin, but he's a Cassante. And that Baron buff will help Weibo really push up this lead that they've developed. I mean, they're over 6,000 gold in the lead. They'll find a tier 2 tower in the side lane. It's all going dandy for Weibo.
Look, on this recall, Harry will be finishing his second item. On the Shy's recall, he'll be finishing his third. That's just how far ahead he is. But
Xiaohu gets the help from Chris. The Shy, he can't take down Baolan. He just wanted a couple more kills on the kitty cat. But Weibo show up huge in game number 1 of this best of 3. And Ultra Prime, we're looking for a comeback now.
honestly, again, you can see one of the reasons why Weibo was able to drop games, but you can also see like the brilliance of Weibo and what they're able to accomplish, and just the skill of their individuals. Light and Crisp, I just want to start there since they were like, I guess, the least flashy, but they were just solid. It's the same, right? They're able to, they find their own advantages. They don't need a ton of pressure. They can just like win 2v2s. Light's gonna be putting off great damage the whole time. Crisp is so on point with his ability usage in pretty much all circumstances. And then you get to a point where the Shine in a top lane matchup that's left unaffected shows like, hey, you know, does he give over a lot of kills when pressure's put to him? Yes. But in that 1v1, he can still just act like target to look for a repeat gank. Oh, what?
Executed.
Alrighty. Quick back. Quick back. Gotta be fast. Gotta be fast. Did get the noon quiver. And he's out on the map now.
Huh.
I actually kind of like that. I always meme. I've never actually seen it used. I always meme about it, especially when I die early in lane. But I'm awful, and Doggo's good, so that's pretty nice.
I know we've had it a few times in the LPL, like over the past years, but I guess just the way we cut to him as he died, without like really the context of it. Good catch though, to quickly realize that was what he was doing.
Well, you get that new quiver versus a Cole and a longsword that Doran's playing bot lane, so that'll be interesting. But again, that's the kind of tool you want early. But Ching, he does no longer have this flash, and he goes down to first, but it's Xiaohu.
Gold.
They've struck back as 2 kills to Baolan. Maybe not the person you want to get the goal, but that is a comeback you much needed for Ultra Prime.
The over-aggression punished by Ultra Prime once again. overstepping. You have members like Shing who are already coming up, and Harry. I mean, beautiful polymorph coming out from Chris, but it doesn't matter. There's too many members here. They try to buy time to knock up the Suade's Ning, but with the Ignite coming through and calling Ning there, it's still enough to bring down Chris in the end. And then it's just very easy. Such a mobile champion like Wukong and Lucian wait out those cooldowns, which are very short, and then look to re-aggress.
To be this late game carry, and now they're just catching out the duo of Ning and Paolan. Oh, that Chris wants it. Chris wants it. Light's gonna come. Oh no! Okay, well they still hold him down, and they get the kill of Karsa.
Well, Bazell, that's Baron. Weibo gonna get Baron. The Shy gets to continue his like 1v1 eternal cage fight with Ahri in bot lane. And I feel like everything is right and just in the universe.
Everything is right and just, apparently, as says Lyric. Harry will TP up to this top fight, though. He has the Dominus, and they want to contest this. I guess desperation is called. 2 and a triple kill for Light, as Weibo are going to town on Ultra Prime.
Weibo giving us the 2-0 that we knew was possible. Sorry, Baolan and Ning, but the Shy's gonna take it today, boys.
The Shy will be the Grim Reaper of his fellow brethren of the World Championship squad of IG. He will take down Ultra Prime. He will take down Ning and Baolan, and Weibo Gaming are bouncing back.
Crisp also taking down his former AD carry. You know, again, just some of like the cool stories that we had in this game. Xiaohu, though, was obviously the